and welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Ken, and today we're here to review Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
That's right. We are continuing our 13 Days of Horror watch list, and this is the next one that we're going to talk about.
Yep, that we're going to review. Now, we have watched others, but again, at the end of the month, we're going to do a ranking covering all 13 of the movies that we watched, but we're just kind of picking and choosing along the way the ones to do like actual standalone reviews for. So, this is Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. This is a made-for-TV movie from 1981, and we got some stuff to say about it, but before we get into it, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and also
like this video.
Like the video like she said, and then leave us a comment down below. Have you seen Dark Knight of the Scarecrow? I think one of the reasons we wanted to talk about this is because I feel like it's a movie that is still kind of underseen. Maybe not a lot of, I know I haven't heard of it like before, maybe like 3 years ago. Yeah. Before it started getting like physical media releases.
Right.
So yeah, I thought this would be a cool one to talk about for sure. So yeah, leave us your comment down below if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it or you're going to watch it, let us know in the comment section below. Now, it did just come out on 4K. That's what we watched, but it is also on Peacock streaming right now if you do have that streaming service. So, all right, well, let's get into it. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, what do you want to say about it?
Yeah, so this was a first-time watch for both of us, right?
It was, yes.
Yeah. So this movie was actually recommended to us by our friend Allie, so shout out to Allie if you're watching this. I don't know. I mean, I know what it was, but I loved this movie.
Wow. I didn't expect you to love Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
I mean, you know.
I didn't know what the movie was, but I just didn't expect that.
Yeah, like when you just mentioned how it is a made-for-TV movie, and I feel like those can definitely be a little questionable.
Yeah.
As far as just like the quality and, you know, if it's too corny or not. But I mean, my gosh, like you mentioned, we've watched some other movies on our list. And it's just like when I compare these like other like bigger, more popular movies to this one, it's like, I don't know, I feel like this one is just a lot better.
Yeah, and this was a movie that I feel like when it came out, like because it was made for TV, a lot of people did watch it. So it was like well known in its time, but I feel like over time it kind of got lost.
Now, do you remember when this came out?
It came out in 1981.
81. Wow. Okay,
yeah,
so before either one of us was born.
Yeah, but I mean, look, I feel like our perception of made-for-TV was kind of formed in the 90s, and a lot of those were kind of low, but there were good made-for-TV movies in the 90s, but I feel like back in the like 70s and 80s, they really did some good stuff like made-for-TV.
Yeah,
like Steven Spielberg's first film was a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was a really good movie. Yeah. So
I still feel like made-for-TV, though, is still kind of hit or miss.
And it's just like nowadays, like you would consider like a Netflix original, like a subpar movie, even though they do big budget films all the time, but just feels like the quality isn't there. Right,
but like on the other hand, you have the big budget films that aren't great either. So I guess
kind of a mixed bag these days.
I guess you can't really.
But I get what you mean. It's like most TV movies back then, like they would have TV actors, which back in the day, like TV actors and movie actors, they did not cross over very often. You were a TV actor or you were a movie actor. So if a TV actor was in a movie, it did feel like less than a little bit for most people, I think. But I really enjoyed this movie too. Yeah. I don't know if I can say like I loved it. It was different than I expected. Yeah. And I appreciated that. It wasn't just a scarecrow monster running around killing people like the whole time. There was mystery to it. Yeah. There were moments where you weren't really sure what was going on because the movie doesn't want you to know what's really going on until you get to a certain point. Right.
Yeah. I don't know like what is considered a spoiler or not.
Yeah, I'm going to try to keep it light. Try to keep it light.
Definitely don't want to spoil it for anybody out there who, you know, might want to check it out after hearing our thoughts on it. But I don't know. The story for me, it was just... For me, the story was really good. I felt like it was really well done. I felt like it had heart. But like you said, it was still, you know, a little scary. Yeah. It wasn't like...
There were some genuinely suspenseful moments.
Yeah, I guess more suspenseful is the better word for it. I don't know. Like, even though this was like a more clean horror movie, I guess you would say. Which
goes into the made-for-TV aspect.
Right. Yeah. I just still feel like it was so well done, and even though it was, you know, cleaner for a horror movie, I don't know, I just felt like it didn't really take away from it, and I didn't feel like you really needed those, like, you know.
There were like some gnarly death scenes, but it's like they weren't going to show you everything. But it's like the stuff that was implied that was happening was like, oh, geez, like that.
Yeah, a lot.
That's pretty rough.
Definitely some very like, I don't know, just realistic deaths.
Yeah.
You know, kills or whatever. You know, nothing like crazy extravagant like some horror movies like to do. I don't know. This one just felt real, very like, for the most part, I guess, grounded.
It was cool. It was really cool the way they did it. I mean, just I like the way they set everything up. I mean, just going into the story a little bit, you know, you have the character of Bubba, who's kind of a mentally challenged person, and he's befriended this little girl in the town, and everybody kind of knows that they play together, and there's obviously people in town that do not like Bubba. You know, that's kind of implied early on in the movie. And they're just kind of looking for any excuse to get him.
I just really enjoyed it. It was honestly kind of sad.
Yeah.
It was sad to me. I thought everybody was really good. You know, I don't know if there were any like well-known actors in it or not.
I recognized one guy, and I think he was a TV actor as well. I think I'd saw him on like some TV shows, but maybe some movies. One of the guys.
Yeah. I mean, I thought everybody was really good, especially like the main like leader of the pack.
Oh,
the
he
pack,
was
the pack,
so unlikable.
The pack, if you will.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would say they're vigilantes of sorts.
I definitely think like I would honestly add this to my list of like Halloween recommendations for sure. Like I can see why Allie recommended it.
And it is a Halloween movie through and through because it takes place on Halloween. There's a Halloween party.
Yeah,
like in the middle of the movie, so it's
so
around, and it gives you those nice like fall vibes.
Yeah, fall
throughout
for
as well.
Sure.
Fall vibes. Like we grew up in that kind of a setting. I feel like not quite as small of a town as this one, but
yeah,
like that same kind of atmosphere. Like I could draw a lot of comparisons from this movie setting to where we grew up.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about gonna do it for Dark Night of the Scarecrow. Is that right?
Dark Night of the Scarecrow.
Now
we did not watch the sequel because there is a sequel, Dark Night of the Scarecrow 2.
Yeah, I heard it's not the best, but I am kind of interested. I know the picture quality was like drastically different.
Well, the funny thing is we accidentally started Dark Knight of the Scarecrow 2 because of the way that the 4K setup, both of the movies are on there.
The title screen was a little wonky, I feel like. But yeah, so we're not rating these. We're not going to rate the Halloween movies that we're doing. I just want to do we recommend it for spooky season or not? And I'm going to say I definitely do.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I 100% recommend it for spooky season. Like I said, it gives you those fall vibes, those spooky vibes, Halloween vibes. So
for sure.
Really, really good movie. I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. So thank you all so much for watching our review of Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. Leave us a like, comment down below, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys later.